truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hi guys, it's Braylin, Pisces Priestess. Tonight I'm here to talk about the Gemini new moon solar eclipse that we have going on June 10th, 2021. I'm actually recording this before the moon and the sun have completely met up in the sky to create this new moon effect. We have this once a month, but this is an eclipse, you guys. We had an eclipse 2 weeks ago. We're in eclipse season. I'm sure even those of us who don't know what that means, those of us who are not familiar with astrology, I'm sure we can feel something's going on. I know everyone in my life, definitely as just an observer, I can see that there's nobody pretty much out there who isn't going through just some kind of something, because this energy is intense. It's eclipse season. We're going to be out of this soon, you guys, but these are 6-month cycles that we're going to be talking about. But I wanted to get on here, even though I usually wait until the moon cycles have changed. Like I wait a little bit before the moon or after the moon. It's been a while since I've recorded on the actual, so as I record this, whenever you're watching this, the energy of this video is underneath the new moon in Gemini, just moments before it happened. So I don't know why, but I felt the extreme urge, regardless of how I looked, regardless of how I felt today. Something just told me, you need to record the new moon in Gemini videos right now. Maybe something's about to occur, like when the eclipse happens, maybe something's gonna shift, and I might not be able to record the same video or messages. Right now is the time. Maybe some of you guys out there are feeling like now is the time to do something too, because let me tell you, these eclipses, they change things. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this new moon, but just keep in mind that eclipses make things more potent. Eclipses make things more unexpected. Okay, it's very, very just intensified energy, honestly. Okay, the moon is being eclipsed by the sun, vice versa, but there's some things going on. We got the North Node in Gemini, so we might talk a little bit about that too, but I'm sure we're all feeling this. Okay, so just keep in mind that this is an eclipse. So June 10, 2021, we have the moon and the sun together in Gemini, creating a new moon. This is an eclipse, as I've been saying, and we also have Mercury retrograde as a part of this. All right, so I've got some notes here that we're going to go over, just so I make sure. Lots of information, which is ironic because Gemini energy rules information. So let's talk a little bit about these energies, okay? So new moons, which we have once a month, are a time of new moon, new beginnings. It's the opposite of a full moon, which is illuminated with light. Right now we're beginning a cycle, a 6-month cycle of the moon's shadow energy. Okay, so around June 10th, even on June 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, there's going to be no moon in the sky. There might begin to be a slight crescent, but in the sky right now, and it's so ironic because when I look up to the sky, it's always around new moons when I'm looking for the moon. Like, where's the moon? And then it dawns on me, oh, it's a new moon. So no moon in the sky, you guys. This is metaphorical. We have to provide our own light right now. We have to provide our own illumination. So this is the dark side of the moon, but it's because of that, the moon becomes, what I like to say is, it's like a metaphorical closed eye. Like the moon is metaphorically asleep, and this is because the moon becomes a seed, and metaphorically, and we can set intentions and plant seeds for the future, and this is new beginnings. Okay, full moons bring completions. We went through that 2 weeks ago with the Sagittarius full moon eclipse. Now we're into the new moon. This is beginning. Okay, we're going to see a lot of things begin over the next 6 months until December 19th, when we have a full moon in Gemini 2021. Okay, so Gemini in astrology is the 3rd house of communication. It's one of my favorite houses. It's become one of my very favorite houses. It's the house that is associated with our lower mind, okay? Information that is processed and analyzed in a lower minded level. Short distance travel. This is the opposite of Sagittarius we're talking about here. But one of the things that I've just recently learned about Gemini over the past year or so that I didn't know before is that it's associated with anyone in close proximity around us. So this is going to be really influential when it comes to those around us because of this Gemini energy. It influences that. So we're going to be picking up on other people's thoughts and energy and emotions much more than we would be, because Gemini rules our siblings. It rules our relatives, our neighbors, our classmates. Like, you know, anyone who's around us closely, okay? Those who are close, short distance travel, like I mentioned, and technology. I had a thought earlier in the shower about how cell phones, and this was before I even took notes on this, but it confirmed my thought earlier. I was like, wow, you know, I know Aquarius is electronics and the internet, but I feel like Gemini, being what Gemini is, representing information and truth and fact finding, phones and computers, like, we're definitely made for Geminian energy. Like, it's insane. But yeah, technology, guys. And we're going to talk a little bit very soon, shortly, about how technology is going right now with Uranus and Aquarius. Different story, but Mercury retrograde, basically. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is retrograde during the time of this new moon, meaning the next 6 months are going to definitely require a certain amount of reflection and slowing down the process of information when Mercury goes retrograde. It's going to go direct around June 22nd, I'm sure. But before we talk about the rest of Mercury retrograde, let's talk about the fact that Gemini is a mutable air sign. So we've got Aquarius and Libra that are air signs, but Gemini is the baby mutable air sign, and that essentially means that this energy is very, very quick moving. If there's one thing I know about mutable signs, Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, it's that we are not taking action like the cardinal signs necessarily. We're not stabilized in the middle like a fixed energy. So we're the change and the magic that takes place and that interweaves between the other zodiac signs. So we represent magic in a certain way. So this is magical change, but air energy. So it's our thoughts, our mind, what we're speaking, information. Okay, so this is going to happen. This is why some of us, most of us, have been feeling slightly chaotic. Okay, all the mutable signs are chaotic. It's not even really chaotic. It feels insultive to call it that. But we're having to adapt quickly, specifically mentally. A lot of conversations and truth coming in, a lot of thoughts. All of our thoughts have been increased and will continue to be increased because of this Gemini season and this new moon. So this is new thoughts, new communication, new facts coming in, just new beginnings, and new beginnings being illuminated and clarified by the absolute truth, which is what Gemini represents, the facts, the truth, okay? And more importantly and more specifically, that being communicated, that being accepted. So Mercury retrograde, Gemini is ruled by Mercury just as Virgo. So the fact that Mercury is in Gemini retrograde near this new moon, this eclipse, there's going to be challenges, you guys. There's going to be errors. Mercury retrograde definitely causes challenges and just things go awry. And I always say I want to do a whole different video on Mercury retrograde if I can get to that and just talk specifically about that. It goes retrograde about 4 times a year, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not going to dog Mercury retrograde out. I think it's a very great time to reflect and move slower. But here's the thing, is a lot of us, we get ahead of ourselves. And if you move quicker than your brain can process during a Mercury retrograde, then that's when things fuck up. That's when you have to take things back to the store. That's when you forget your car keys or your wallet, or where you lose things, or where you get in arguments and miscommunicate. So just keep that in mind. Be cautious of that during this new moon. Like, there's going to be positives to this and there's going to be negatives depending on how we all decide to process this. It's very overwhelming though, because there's so much going on in all of our minds. So, you know, just leave room for challenge, leave room for errors, leave room for, well, not necessarily leave room for miscommunication, but be cautious of that. You know, move a little bit slower, stop and think and give yourself time to reflect, because our minds right now, and I've heard people, like, I was in a McDonald's drive-thru and the lady on the microphone said, my brain just don't want to work today. And I'm thinking, well, Mercury retrograde, not sure if she knows that, don't know what her zodiac sign is, but it's that kind of energy where we feel like our minds are in retrograde, like could be thinking about the past. But I'll try to have another video about that, but I just wanted to briefly touch on how important that is, Mercury being retrograde in Gemini right now. So there's going to be errors and challenges. This can be what really frustrates some of us, really stresses some of us out, arguments, but try to embrace reflection mode and try not to take action or move quicker than your brain can process. Don't leave your brain behind, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to mention the North Node. That's why I wore my little North Node of Destiny star. The North Node is in Gemini. This is why the South Node is in Sagittarius, and why the past couple moon cycles have been eclipses. Last one was a lunar eclipse. This is a solar eclipse. Solar energy, okay? So the North Node controls where we're going, you guys. This controls, you know, what we're meant to be doing as a collective. It's the karmic direction of our entire universe. It's in Gemini right now. All right. So this has a lot to do about the truth and where we're going, communicating that, our legacy. You know, literally the truth is leading us right now. Okay. So I definitely wanted to mention that. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Gemini darkness as well, because during the new moon cycles, this is a dark time, okay? And we want to eliminate the ideology that darkness is evil, darkness is bad, okay? Light and dark have been balanced in this bitch since the very beginning of time, so we want to embrace both, okay? They're both important, they both have benefits, and there's pros and cons and all that, all right? Balance, duality. So because this is a Gemini new moon and because the new moon is dark, we're going to discuss some of the challenges and some of the things to look out for right now around the times of this new moon, and even as we progress through the next 6 months. So Gemini darkness, I have a few things here. Not accepting or embracing your shadow side. Gemini for sure, especially with this energy, Gemini literally is the twins in astrology, so they embody duality in all ways. Light and dark, yes and no, good and evil, love and hate. Like they're one of the main zodiac signs that embody that. Libra and Pisces as well, but Gemini just is really, it embodies it in a human way. It embodies it in a mental way, a physical way. All right, so the truth about duality, but not accepting or embracing your shadow side right now is going to make things one-sided. It's going to make things, for one, it's going to really increase the amount of mirrors you're facing in life. And what I mean by that is people, places, and things around you are going to keep on mirroring things to you that you haven't learned. Geminis, especially for those of you watching who have Gemini energy, you're being that for others right now. And for those of you who are associated with Gemini energy, you have family members or spouses or co-workers that are Geminis. They're definitely out here mirroring things and exposing the truth that you may not know. Okay, so embrace your shadow side and save a Gemini, and not just Gemini, but just save people the hard work of having to even do that, to having to even mirror that. If you were just to reflect on your own truth, regardless of fear, then you'll know. And what is a shadow side? Some of you may not know what that is. A shadow side is the side of you that needs healing. It's not perfected. It has work. We all have a moon sign, so it might even help us to inquire about our moon, okay? Where the moon was when we were born, because that is essentially, and Lilith, and our 8th house, our 12th house, Pluto energy, all of those can help you astrologically if you're wondering, wow, what darkness was I literally born with? What darkness did I bring with me from the past life? What about my past? What's still dark about me inside? So that's your shadow side, the side of you that you don't show people, the side of you that you have a tough time embracing, some of us more than others. But it's the side of you that you're afraid to be. It's the side of you that you are secretly. It's the side of you that, you know, comes out at nighttime. But it's the truth. That's what I've realized on this journey, is that my shadow side is way more honest and truthful than my light side. And it's so crazy how the light is just always in the forefront and darkness gets discriminated against and like judged. But the darkness is beautiful in its own way. So let's move on here to some more Gemini darkness and things to look out for. So being afraid to speak your truth, this is like up there, number 1, number 2. Gemini is the truth. All this information that's being processed right now, even with Mercury being retrograde, a lot of it is coming from the past. A lot of it is nostalgic. A lot of it is a reminder. So yeah, being afraid, the moon controls our fears, our emotions, secrets. So yeah, being afraid to speak your truth is deceptive in a certain way, not only to others, but to yourself. So, you know, we got to watch that, you guys. Being secretive and being afraid to speak our truth is only going to make this energy a little bit more hard. Okay, so another thing here is not knowing the facts or hiding facts to the point where you're almost obsessive, because the dark side of Gemini, it relies so much on the truth. It relies so much on reality and intellect that if that is ever missing, which let's face it, sometimes in life, especially during new moons in Gemini, where the truth is hidden and has to be felt, where the truth is secret and hidden in the dark. You know, we don't know everything right now, you guys, and that's the beauty of it. This new beginning, this is the beginning of, we're going to get the truth. We're going to know in 6 months. And I also want to remind you guys that 6 months ago, there were certain eclipses happening. So if you rewind back 6 months ago, you know, there were things that, the truth that we've learned. Okay, so we're looking at the past 6 months, and we're looking at the next 6 months in these cycles. So yeah, you know, certain facts are hidden right now, especially with the North Node here. There's a certain time and a certain place to know things, for certain conversations to happen, okay, for certain truth to be revealed. So we really have to kind of trust that. All we can do is be in our truth, control our truth, speak our truth, and move accordingly, move forward. And if we do that, we're automatically going to align, you know, with what is true for ourselves. So the next thing I have here, be careful not to obsess. Okay, guys, we really don't know it all right now, all right? I can talk about this for hours, but I think you guys understand. So because Gemini is an air sign, we want to be careful of detaching, especially from our emotions. When the moon is in an air sign, we tend to think more than we feel, but we don't want to detach completely from that lunar energy, because that is how we're going to be harnessing this. So be careful to detach and shut down, okay? Gemini, especially their dark side, it can be a bit cold, petty, narcissistic, even if, dare I say, know-it-all energy, that know-it-all energy. Going back to the last bullet point, we do not know everything there is to know right now. We literally do not. We do not know everything. That we have to go through the months and be patient for these kind of things. So acting like we know it all right now is poison, because we want to leave room for new facts. We want to leave room for new truth and new conversations. So because of that, one of the last things I have here is impulsivity, just like Sagittarius. Let's face it, Gemini and Sag, even Pisces and Virgo, definitely all of us. Just be careful, because I get that Knight of Swords energy with this. Even when I began shuffling the tarot cards to connect to this energy, I kept getting the Knight of Swords. I'm like, yeah, that's Gemini. That's Gemini energy. So be careful. That card talks about, now, we want to be wise, okay? Maybe it'll help us to be impulsive during during some moments during this transit. It might help us to be impulsive. We may be faced with quick decision making, and we may have to, you know, charge in and say certain things. And, you know, Gemini is very quick to react when it comes to the truth. They're quick to find it out, and they're quick to repeat it and say it and spread it, because that's the truth's job. So be careful not thinking things through, especially during this Mercury retrograde, until like June, you know, basically until July 10th, I want to say, when we're out of shadow period, maybe even a little longer than that. But, you know, just try to think rationally, okay, and really ask yourself, is this one of those occasions where I need to be impulsive and quick and think quick and act even quicker? Or is this one of those things where I can avoid an argument, where I can avoid chaos by just thinking things through and communicating? Those are really the two things that are going to help us, okay? So now let's go ahead and read from the Moonology messages. Okay, I got the Gemini New Moon card here, and I also wanted to show the North Node card. So I've got these two here. Hopefully you can see. We've got Step Out of Your Comfort Zone, North Node, and Communication is Key, New Moon in Gemini. Okay, so I don't know if this light is going to work, you guys. But yeah, communication is key. Step out of your comfort zone. This gives me the vibe that we might have to have some uncomfortable conversations, okay? Because the North Node is asking us to release and not let our past hold us back like the South Node. Okay, so the book says with this Gemini new moon is that a successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person or at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever you're talking about, whatever you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest that you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again, which is odd because Gemini is not an earth sign, but I get it. Most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. It's time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. I forget to mention how flirtatious fucking Gemini is. Read more books. Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing, of ideas and travel. And the energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is the speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Geminis love to chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help you unscramble cross wires in your brain. But communication is key, you guys. Step out of your comfort zone. All right, so I love that. I love the Moonology there, the messages there. So now we're going to go ahead and get into the tarot messages as far as original tarot. Let's see if this lighting is good. This looks kind of okay. I hope you guys can kind of see that. We got a little bit of a shadow going on here. So this is the ruling tarot card for Gemini, one of my absolute favorites. Beautiful. We mentioned Gemini are the twins, so we got the divine masculine and feminine here. I think this is the Archangel Raphael, which is the Archangel of communication and air, I want to say. But I set intentions to connect with the Gemini new moon solar eclipse energy for this month on June 10th. And now we're just going to take a peek behind these cards and see how the cards have aligned and what the overall message is. So we have the Eight of Swords and the Sun and the Two of Swords. So in spite of the Sun and this solar eclipse energy, the Sun, awareness, clarity, vitality, okay, we've got an indication of being blindfolded and stuck in our thoughts, you guys. Eight of Swords. So this is that Gemini energy, okay? Aquarius, Libra. It's the energy of our thoughts. And we've talked about in this video already how important our thoughts are. So a lot of us are really stuck in our head. This is a good representation for the collective energy because we're in prison. Like, you know, like it said, we could be a little scatterbrained. But I will say in tarot, this card talks about self-imprisonment. So the main message for this Gemini new moon is about making choices to release ourselves from something that we have kept ourselves in. It's about changing our way of thinking. It's going to bring in a new way to kind of release us from all these chaotic thoughts. We are not completely surrounded by what we think is trapping us. It's a very mental, this is a temporary prison. Okay, and it's so crazy because we have the Sun and the Two of Swords. So I think I know there's huge choices, crossroads, and decisions associated with this Gemini new moon. Crossroads, decisions for sure. And because of that, we're feeling a little bit emotionally, a lot changing. There's a lot changing, and a lot of us just need to reflect on the next two weeks, 2 months. Okay, but what I really like is this message here. Okay, we got the Lovers card, and then this is what is behind the Gemini new moon. Okay, so there's going to be clarity. This is about happiness as well. Okay, innocence to a certain extent, but the two cards surrounding it are air cards with a blindfolded woman. So we want to be very careful not to blind ourselves to what is trapping us or causing us, you know, mental anxiety or feeling stuck. And I will say with this card, I always remind people to reconnect to your emotions. This is the moon we're talking about here in Gemini energy. So emotions are definitely here. They need processing. We need truth here about how ourselves and others feel. Her feet are not in the water. So taking ourselves out of an emotional experience right now is putting ourselves in our head too much. And because of that, it's harder making decisions. Like how we feel and our truth can be combined here. Two blindfolded individuals. And we've got to make a gut decision based on the truth. Even if we can't see, I'm hearing, because the Gemini new moon is hidden. It's about darkness. So you might not be able to see the truth, but you can feel it. It's surrounding you and you're holding it in your hands. We've got dual truth here. Okay, so some of us are at a crossroads and we can't really see a way forward, but we've got the Sun here to remind us. Don't blind yourself to the truth that you see. Don't blind yourself to the decisions and choices that you could make that could potentially free you with this new moon eclipse. Okay, this is where many of us are stuck and why we don't feel like we're going in the right direction in life. And we're back to the Lovers card. So this could, of course, involve relationships, but Gemini, the Lovers card is also associated with choice. Just like this Two of Swords, just like this Two of Wands. So there may be 3 important decisions in relationships, mentally and passionately, but it's about the direction we're going and it's about the bigger picture. This to me is Sag and Gemini energy, fire and air, but it's like the North and the South node are, this is the North and the South node, the North node here. So some of us have difficult decisions during this time period until December that we have to make in regards to our destiny. Like it's almost like the Judgment card, because I feel like we're destined to make certain difficult decisions and we have to kind of find out where the truth is. But here's the South node in Sagittarius, which wants us to, this is the South node in Sagittarius is the adventure that we were on last time. It's the adventure that we need to release in order to head towards more truth. So it's very interesting. I think I could pull a lot from these cards, but I think you guys understand this fire and air energy that's going on and how the South node really wants us to incorporate where we've been. It wants us to incorporate the knowledge that we have, but not to a point where we're comfortable, because even this card talks about comfort and growth. So we've got decisions to make with these new moons and these full moons, eclipses, that is going to require a choice between comfort and growth. Can't have both. Can't have both. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the 12 zodiac signs. We're going to start with Aries, because Aries is first. Hello Aries, welcome to the Gemini new moon solar eclipse messages. There is a Gemini new moon on June 10th. We're going to talk about the sixth month cycle starting for you between now and December 19th. What is the Gemini new moon solar eclipse message for Aries, please, in their third house? What is the Gemini new moon message for Aries? So we almost had the Two of Swords. We've got the moon and the Two of Wands. So I don't know if you guys just watched the beginning of this video, but this is basically reiterating what all of us. So yeah, anxiety here, Aries. We got some fears and anxiety. Got some darkness here. This may have to do with communication, okay? But difficult decisions that you're anxious about, you also need to be reminded of the whole comfort and growth thing. Okay, but we've got a lot of cards that just came out for you, Aries. Got the Judgment card, the Nine of Wands, the Temperance card. Someone here may have Mercury and Sagittarius, or someone just needs to be a little bit more patient for something to manifest while they juggle. Okay, the Judgment card is talking about feeling really called. I don't know if you guys can see very well. Someone needs to let their guard down here, but let's get you a more clear message, Aries. All right, what is the Gemini new moon message for Aries? And we have one card coming out, and it's the Judgment card. So that one wanted to stay like, nope, this is for Aries. And as I record this, I have an Aries cat in my environment, and he's crying. So I'm wondering if any of you guys are crying. But the Judgment card is Pluto. But before we get into this, Aries, let's talk a little bit about Gemini. And hopefully some Aries risings are watching, because you want to watch for your rising sign, so it makes sense when I talk about the houses. But this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. On the Zodiac wheel, Gemini is 3 houses away from you. So this is a new moon eclipse in your third house of communication, which is about your lower mind, is about the truth, Aries. And this is a new beginning, okay? So we want to keep in mind that the moon is our emotions, it's our fears, it's our secrets, but there's new beginnings here. So this is all about communication for you. So this is a phone call, so specifically Aries, communication by phone. Now this could be texting, but this is the calling card. So please know phone calls are really important to you right now for some reason. Communication by phone, but you're also feeling really, I just mentioned the Judgment card here at the beginning of this video. So you're feeling really called to make certain decisions. Okay, this is about resurrection, endings, rebirth, transformation. Card of Pluto, which is facing your fears to talk on the phone, facing your fears to communicate your truth, even if it's not on the phone. But second chances here, something in your life that you thought was dead and gone and buried in a coffin is now rising, and you feel called to it. Okay, this is about an awakening that you're going through. But we've got some energy here indicated. Now this is you as a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Your guard is up here, or someone you're dealing with. So it makes me wonder, especially because both of these cards are blue. Are you having, now you're persevering, Aries. This is a card of strength and perseverance, but you're quite wounded. Chiron is in your sign. So you've been through quite a lot. Some of you may have Sagittarius energy, or you're dealing with Sag. But this might also be talking about being patient, okay? But this is your guard being up. You're kind of defensive here. You're fighting for something. And it's because of the decisions you're having to make. It's because of who, what, where, when, and why that you feel called to. People, places, and things that you feel really called to. You're going to know by December, you know, this is the truth that needs to be resurrected for you. A second chance. This is people from the past, places and things from the past that still have truth to offer you, okay? But you got to let your guard down a little bit. Maybe someone here is blocked from calling you, but I definitely think that phone calls are really important, especially with siblings or neighbors or classmates or anybody who's close around you. Okay, so there's going to be some new beginnings here, Aries, some new phone calls, all right, between now and December. But please know that there's definitely some facts and truth coming in for you in the form of conversation, especially because Gemini is your third house. So I hope that helps, Aries. Let's shift to Taurus energy. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to the Gemini new moon on June 10th all the way to December 9th. We've got a 6-month cycle opening up here, okay? So let's go ahead and get you a card out, and then we'll talk about what this energy means for you on the Zodiac wheel. So what is the Gemini new moon message, solar eclipse for Taurus? And we have a card coming out quite silently, literally. So Taurus, we had a new moon in your sign last month. That was your first house. So Gemini represents your second house, the sign after you. This is all about your resources, baby. This is all about your money. This is all about your possessions, what you own, what you have, your self-worth, value, that kind of thing. Very tangible realm. Sounds familiar because this is you. You are the second house on the actual zodiac wheel. And this is for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising, but specifically watch for your rising sign as well, you guys, so that it makes more sense for your personal birth chart. But Gemini represents the second house for Taurus. So this is about combining what you have, your possessions, with communication. But there could be some emotions here when it comes to your money. There could be some fears here when it comes to certain things that you're holding on to. So this is an excellent time for you, Taurus, because you're going through the energy that you naturally are. There could be some new beginnings here. This is a great time to set intentions for what you would like to own physically, where you would like to be financially stable-wise come 6 months in December, okay? So yeah, you might have talks about money. There may be certain fears or hard conversations you have to have, but we have the High Priestess in reverse coming out, Taurus. So Pisces energy, Cancer energy, but the energy of the moon itself. There's definitely some secrets coming out. To me, the High Priestess in reverse talks about secrets from the past. Any card in the reverse indicates the past. This could have to do with a water sign or emotions that you had from the past, but keep in mind this is about your possession. So it's no secret. Something is no secret. This is also a message about someone who is not trusting their intuition in regards to their money, in regards to their truth. Okay, this could involve siblings, relatives, neighbors, those who are close around you. But there's going to be some secret information, or there already has been apparently, some secret information that has been exposed to you when it comes to your possessions. Okay, this is about possessing the truth, communicating, valuing communication. Possessing the truth, and the truth is something that you naturally have, Taurus. But just like Aries, we've got the 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck for you. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, fire energy. But this is a battle, okay? This is about, you know, letting your guard down a little bit, but persevering, especially when it comes to money, when it comes to the tangible realm, which you maneuver quite well through because you're very grounded. Okay, but what I like about this is that between now and December, there's going to be a lot of new resources that come in. This is about true resources, things that align. You know, the things that we have are extensions of ourselves, and we can't take them with us when we you know, ascend beyond this realm. So while we're here, we you know, especially Taurus energy, you want the things that are around you to be in alignment with your truth. Okay, so that might be happening as well. Okay. So yeah, lower your guard a little bit. Some of you are on guard when it comes to certain friendship, or when it comes to celebration, when it comes to reconciling. Like there definitely may be some things going on, and this is that Gemini energy of those who are around you, okay? There's 3 women on this card. 7 of Wands, definitely some kind of a battle, and we have Capricorn energy in the Fool. We got an Aries and a Capricorn. But there's a need to stand up for yourself against toxicity and codependency because you've been working really hard, Taurus. Okay, at leaping away from toxicity and obsession. There's that shadow side energy. Someone could have Capricorn energy here. There's definitely a new job, okay? You're going to be quite abundant, okay? And we've got some quick communication coming into a water sign, or in regards to love. Maybe even some fertility or mothering energy. There's that nurturing Taurus vibration. Someone's been working really hard at being abundant in the new beginnings there, but you've had to fight so many toxic battles of codependency. That's what the Devil card is in a second house reading. Codependency, and how that is not true. So you're guarding yourself from toxic friendships, toxic people around you. You're really on guard. Because I think a lot of you around this time think a lot of people are just here to take from you. That can happen with a new moon in your second house. You think people are going to take from you. You think people you know, are just with you for what you have or something like that. That could definitely happen, but this is fears and illusions in the reverse, so I like that. But trust your intuition here, Taurus. I'm going to put that High Priestess upright. She's my favorite card. But new beginnings financially, I'm going to love this for you. In December, there's definitely going to be some new things, new possessions, and they're going to be true. And you're going to be communicating about this. There's going to be a lot of value. You might even be, you know, making money or having stability in some way with communication. Some of you may use your voice to make money in some way. Let's go ahead and move on to Gemini. Happy birthday, Gemini. Those of you having birthdays right now. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and this is the Gemini new moon. This is your new moon. It's a solar eclipse because we have the North Node here as well. Wow, Gemini. This is quite interesting, and the card that came out, is flipped over, so I don't know what it is. I'm going to reveal it with you. So this might be a metaphor. There might be some things hidden from you, Gemini, because this is your energy and the moon is dark, okay? So that whole not knowing thing, that whole leaving room for facts to show up, I know you guys are definitely after the truth right now, aren't you? Can we just have a moment to honor Gemini right now? I'm a huge fan of your guys' energy. Geminis are absolutely surrounding me right now, and I know it's because I need to work on my truth. I need to work on communication. So the universe just keeps sending me Geminis. I've been connecting with you guys a lot. But yeah, Gemini, I know you guys are going through it, but I also know you guys are doing kind of pretty well as well. It's just a lot of energy in your sign. But welcome to the new moon. Let's talk a little bit about your first house, because this new moon is in your first house, especially if you're a Gemini rising. This is for Gemini new moon, sun, and rising. But please watch for your rising sign. So it makes absolute sense when we go through the house system. So Gemini, this is all about who you are. And this is a new moon. So you're planting a seed during this transit between now and December, when there's a full moon in your sign in Sagittarius season. 6 months from now, okay? So you're gonna slowly but surely become a more true and authentic version of yourself. You've got the Mercury retrograde in your sign, you've got the sun, the moon, and the north node. So there's a lot of truth coming from a lot of different directions, okay? I know it's really interesting to be you right now. You may even be having a hard time speaking or being heard or being listened to or communicating. But this is the truth about who you are, becoming a truer version of yourself. But more importantly, showing up as that, being represented. This is about having a truthful personality, a truthful aura, because the first house is the I am. So I am the truth. You can say that as a Gemini. I am the truth. I am facts. Like, if I were you guys, I would be setting intentions for all the qualities that you want to have in yourself in the 6 months. If you want to be stronger, quicker, if you want to be more gentle, more emotional, whatever it is that you guys want to personally show up as, look at your own rising sign to see what energies you're kind of working with when it comes to this, because your first house is being awakened. But this is about the truth of who you are. This is about communicating and speaking about who you are, about the things that you say and the things that you speak, those being a direct extension and representation of who you are. Like a Gemini can say who they are because you have a first house Gemini. Okay, so communicating that, all right, processing that information about you, things like that, but really just the truth and communicating with yourself. Self-truth is coming up here. We have the Three of Cups, oddly. Okay, so celebration, all right? We don't want to forget about this. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. Now, the Gemini suns are going through birthdays right now, but even for the moon and the rising, there's certain things to celebrate. This is reconciliation, but this is also gossip, my friend. Okay, Geminis are definitely chatty and gossipy, so you guys are definitely amongst that energy as far as gossip. I can't even throw shade or like that. You're right on point. Like, I'm glad you guys are in this Three of Cups energy because it's frolicky. The truth is mingling and celebrating, maybe even having some drinks. Reconciliation though, and friendship. Okay, this is a friendship card. Your sister may be important here, Gemini. Your sister, any sister figures, friends that are women, or your siblings, because apparently you rule siblings and relatives and cousins and shit. This Knight of Swords is definitely your energy, all right? We know this. This is you acting very quickly, speaking your truth right now, just as you will, just as you were for the next 6 months. Okay, you're going to have to really get on this horse of truth and take action. A little bit impulsive here. You may have to act before you can think. You may have to be, you know, quick on your feet here, but this could be argumentative. You are really starving for the truth here. And there's going to be certain things that you say, certain things that other people say. And, you know, I'm not sure. Some of it may add clarity, some of it may not. But, you know, Mercury retrograde is a part of this energy. And we have the Knight of Cups. We got a Gemini and a Pisces hanging out here. This could also be an Aquarius or a Libra. This could also be a Scorpio, Cancer. Doesn't have to be an air and a water sign, but we've got somebody rushing forward to communicate the truth about how they feel. But we've also got the Seven of fucking Swords. So Gemini, be careful of deception. Deception is kryptonite for you, the truth, okay? Behind the Seven of Swords is the Two of Pentacles. So we've got some secret deceptive juggling, but I will say, especially with the Queen of Swords so close to this message, which is you, this is about strategy. Okay, weighing out the pros and cons. Some of you guys have a strategy. Now, there's definitely pros and cons to be juggled when it comes to being a Gemini and knowing when someone's lying, knowing when you're being deceived, especially when it comes to any love. All right, this doesn't have to be a Pisces or a Gemini. This is literally two white horses coming together, one with emotion, one with with the truth. And I love this because we got the moon and we've got air energy, Gemini new moon. So there's going to be a reconciliation. I feel like between now and 6 months, when we go through relationship energy for you, we just had a full moon in your relationship house. It was an eclipse as well. So please know there's going to be a lot of love moving forward, a lot of emotion. You're beginning to communicate emotionally. I just got a text from a Gemini. So you're texting, you're communicating, you're finding new ways out. You're doing it quickly though. You're taking the truth and you're running with it, but you're starting, you might have ran into a person who helps you emotionally process this, where you didn't know before the element you were missing. You know, you were missing the feeling, Gemini, not the thought. So, you know, keep in mind, like anyone around you that you're celebrating with or, you know, gossiping with or friends with, they may have love to offer, but we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you guys are focused on financial stability or being single. Okay, maybe some of you guys are single, and this is the perfect energy to get out there and meet people, even if it's friendship. This is friendship first and foremost, but we've got love here with the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So just be careful of, you know, lying to yourself. You know, you can lie to yourself, Gemini. That's much easier to do as the truth than to have others lie to you. So be careful of just people who are trying to get away with things, all right? People who are juggling more than one person, place, or thing. But above all, celebrate the truth. Celebrate who you are, Gemini. Celebrate who you are going to be in 6 months and who you are no longer 6 months ago, all right? But this is about the truth of who you are and communicating that. I love to see this Knight of Swords, all right? You're definitely going to have some quick actions to take. I mean, you're right in your element, Gemini. I can't do your thing, all right? Love your energy. I hope you guys are having happy birthdays and that you have a great new moon eclipse. So many things to say to you, Gemini. But for now, let's move on to Cancer. Hi Cancer, this is a message for the Gemini new moon solar eclipse happening on June 10th. So this is a 6-month cycle between now and December 19th, 2021. Let's go ahead and let a card come out and then we will talk. All right, what's the message for Cancer for the Gemini new moon, please? Gemini new moon solar eclipse. What is the message for Cancer, sun, moon, and rising? We have a card coming out. It is not revealed. Some of the cards are doing that right now, and I think it's because there's a lot that isn't revealed right now. So, Cancer, how are you? This is kind of interesting, okay? We've got a new moon in your 12th house, which is the house right behind you, especially if you're a Cancer rising. Please watch for your rising sign, you guys, so it makes sense when I talk about the houses for you personally. But on the zodiac wheel for Cancer, sun, moon, and rising, Gemini represents the 12th house of surrender, the subconscious, endings. It's the very ending because soon we will be arriving into your energy. It's almost Cancer season. I want to wish you guys a happy birthday for those of you celebrating at the end of June, beginning of July. But before we get into your energy, we have to go through the 12th house, which is actually Piscean energy in astrology. So some of you guys may have that 12th house energy to help you, but it is watery. It's very subconscious. You want to pay attention to the dreams you're having. But this is more so about subconscious and spiritual communication because you've got a quite a rational 12th house. Aside from you being ruled by the moon and deep cardinal waters, Cancer, you have a very rational and truthful 12th house in the back of your mind. So there is truth here, the truth about endings, surrendering to the truth, having conversations about endings or spiritual conversation, especially with those around you, siblings, relatives, neighbors. Okay, but this is about... See, it's interesting. Your subconscious is ruled by lower-minded Gemini. So this is information that's being passed through the lower mind. A lot of subconscious information. And I think that means that your dreams are communicating with you, Cancer. You are ruled by the moon. So you guys might be feeling a little bit detached right now. But this is about communicating your subconscious emotions. There's secrets here. When you have a new moon, which is dark, and the 12th house, which is dark, yeah. Okay, so there may be some things that you don't know. You may be a little afraid to communicate your truth, but there's going to be new beginnings. Okay, so it's kind of interesting. The 12th house is about endings, but the new moon is about plans. So what do you want to end, Cancer? Okay, this is about surrendering to the cycles of new beginnings and endings as well, okay? So let's go ahead and reveal this card that came out for you. It's the High Priestess. That's what I thought. So Taurus also received this card. Some of you may have Taurus energy or you're dealing with someone, connecting with someone who does. High Priestess is you, Cancer. It's the moon. It's also Piscean energy. So you may want to watch for your moon, but this is the card of secrets, the card of illusion, spirituality, intuition. So you really want to connect to your intuition and your intellect. This is intellectual intuition, which is similar to like that Aquarian energy. Some of you may have an Aquarius moon. Look at that. Some of you guys have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius moon to help you. Okay, for others of you guys, this is about getting really clear emotionally, getting really clear spiritually, and knowing the truth even if it's not right in your face. The Queen of Swords is very open to having truthful, mature conversation. She's very, he or she is very, even though this is a queen, got feminine energy. The Queen of Swords is very rational. She says what she means what she says. She makes decisions based off of truth and rationality. You're getting this way subconsciously. It's kind of cool that the High Priestess showed up for a 12th house subconscious new moon. Truthful new beginnings, I'm hearing. Truthful new beginnings, like you've got a lot of clarity. This could very well be the truth being communicated to you and exposing what has been hidden, like any lies, okay? So this is about how sharp and truthful and intellectual Cancer's subconscious mind is. You always know the truth subconsciously, Cancer, because Gemini is your 12th house. Now, speaking this is a bit different because, like I said, the High Priestess came out quite quietly. So some of you guys are keeping quiet about the truth over the next 6 months. But you definitely may be speaking your truth in secret, communicating with someone in secret. Secret communication is definitely a Gemini new moon thing. All right, so this is your 12th house. The truth about endings, as I mentioned, okay, getting very clear and maybe even detaching a little bit emotionally, dare I say it, Cancer. A lot of us water signs have definitely been detaching emotionally because the emotions of the actual universe and Earth have substantially risen over the past couple of years. Us water signs are like drowning ourselves, like, oh my God, I'm drowned into, and that's usually not the case. So yeah, I love that we've got this air energy. Some of you really do have an Aquarius moon, or someone here does, like, and maybe you're dealing with, maybe the moon transiting through Aquarius is important. But aside from that, Libra moon, maybe Gemini moon, but this is really about getting clear about darkness. That's what it's like to have a Gemini 12th house. Very clear, approaching darkness and secrets and intuition in a truthful way. Please know your dreams are absolutely delivering the truth for you. So pay close attention to the detail in your dreams. Subconscious detail, very important thing for Cancer. So pay attention to the truth happening behind the scenes and stay hip to certain things happening. Like it might even involve a certain amount of listening and watching and just kind of staying quiet. But you know something, Cancer, secretly. Cancer also has secret knowledge and secret information in their 12th house. So this is quite lit for you. I kind of love that, Cancer. So yeah, new moon in your 12th house, a lot of communication about endings and certain endings subconsciously you're kind of releasing, but the truth is helping you. The clarity that you're going to gain now and over the next 6 months, basically by December 2021, there will be a lot of things that have ended, but there'll be a lot of things that have begun in truth as well. So thanks, Cancer. Hope you guys have a great eclipse and an even happier birthday for those of you who have those. Let's go ahead and move on to Leo energy. Hello, Leo. Welcome to the Gemini new moon solar eclipse. This is happening on June 10th. We got some cards coming out. June 10th, 6-month cycle opening up until December. So before we discuss the cards, let's talk about Gemini energy for you, Leo, on the zodiac wheel. So this is going to be a message for Leo, sun, moon, and rising. But make sure you watch for your rising sign as well in this video because it'll make more sense. It'll resonate more when I talk about the houses. So Leo, quite interesting here. Gemini energy for you on the zodiac wheel is your 11th house. So this is about the opposite of you, Aquarian energy. This is more that Aquarian vibration. Aquarius is going through your energy. You're going through Aquarian energy. The 11th house is about collectivity. So in your video on my channel, when I did the June reading, I mentioned collective conversation. So there may be a lot of conversation happening around. You may be talking to multiple people, not even in just like a dating or romantic way, but your phone may be blown up right now. But I will say communicating with your friends, siblings, specifically your friends though, Leo, because the 11th house is friends, Gemini is communication. So communicating in a friendly way, being friendly, finding yourself speaking to more people on the street. Like there's that friendly banter and chatter coming up. This is why Leos are naturally really this is why I know you're ruled by the sun, but this is why Leos are really fun to talk to, and you guys talk to multiple people in a crowd. So this is about conversations. I don't know if any of you guys speak in front of crowds, but you're naturally blessed with that because Gemini is your 11th. So the 11th house is also about community. Okay, like where you live, your community, humanitarianism. So this is about the truth about humanity, which Leo knows. But new beginnings here, okay? Your feelings, like there may be some friendship feelings coming up. There may be even some fears when it comes to friendship or communicating with your friends, like you're afraid to tell certain things to your friends, things like that, but definitely new beginnings. So what I can say here before we get to the cards is by December, the people you surround yourself with, they'll be more truthful. You'll be able to speak and communicate with them more, and you're definitely going to have at least one new friendship. I think you're going to have many. Over the next 6 months, there's going to be a lot of new intellectual friendships, and this is online energy, so I will say the 11th house rules the internet, Aquarius. So communicating on the internet, communicating with a phone, email, that kind of thing, but going live, videos, YouTube, that kind of thing. Like online friendships that you meet online that you're talking to, those kind of energies are delivering the truth. You're gonna have new energies come December with all that. So yeah, new moon in the 11th house, new friendship, communicating in a friendly way. But the tarot message we have is the Two of Cups and the Four of Swords. So quite literally, Leo, I think I pulled this for you recently, this Two of Cups. I always think of your energy because there's a lion in between that. So we've got, this is a very, very straightforward message. We've got a relationship that you took a break from, okay? This is, I don't know if some of you are just taking a break from love, period, because this is a connection. This is a soulmate. It could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be a water sign, though. This is any two people that have emotion for each other. It's a soulmate. This is a strong emotional connection where you are damn near intertwined with this other person and how they feel. This could be a friendship because we're going through 11th house energy. So it may start out as a friendship, or this may be someone that you also view as a friend. This could be a friendship. It's just an emotional connection, okay? But it could be a choice as well. So yeah, there may be a certain connection. Some of you guys haven't experienced true love in a while, because the Four of Swords talks about, you know, taking a break. There may be something here about 4 months, 4 years, 4 days, but you needed to take some time. I'm hearing that song 4 Minutes by Avon. You know, I only have 4 minutes to say what I gotta say, do what I gotta do to get to you. Yeah, the clock is ticking. I don't know. There's someone you haven't talked to in a while here, or for those of you who don't resonate with that, this is just someone who has not been in a relationship for a while. Okay, but you know, you haven't experienced a true emotional connection in a while. Now, this is also a message about the relationships and friendships that you've had to heal from, possibly because of deception, possibly because, you know, you or someone else, it wasn't truthful, because this is about the truth here with this new moon. We've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here. So there's that Geminian energy, you know, letting Leo know that you have a lot to reflect on. Some of you may be recovering from a relationship, healing, but there's some time here that you may have to spend away from a significant connection too, because some of you are in a connection. For those of you who don't resonate, you're taking a break from love. There's someone you haven't spoke to in a while. You haven't experienced love in a while. Some of you guys are connecting emotionally with a certain person, maybe online, okay? But the thing is, I don't know why that just happened. It's interesting. Oh goodness, the cards are flipping and talking and all this. So yeah, some of you guys are having to spend some time away. There's been some silence between you and another person. Like, you know that between now and December, there may be 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months that you have to spend apart from a certain person, maybe because of distance. This could be an earth sign for some of you guys. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, male or female. Showing up as male though. Some of you guys don't feel stable enough, and that's why you're taking a break from relationship, because you don't feel like you have, you know, stability financially. You may not have a tangible resource like a home or a car. You just don't feel very secure or stable. Some of you may have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy in your chart, but this is also about not feeling grounded, not feeling stable, not feeling secure. An earth sign from the past is very important. A Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, very important for you. Specifically a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn moon. There might have been some secrets here, okay, with the High Priestess. We've got Pisces and Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer. And we have Aries moon here as well. Okay, so Aries may be important. There's some secret authority that you need to kind of fight for. We've got the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups. So yeah, some of you guys are really pessimistic because of heartbreak you've experienced in this relationship you took a break from, or why you're taking a break. And there's going to be a new spark though. Look at this. Maybe with a Cancer or in Cancer season, or maybe someone's going to get a car here. But I feel like you're going to give someone a second chance. I forgot to mention this is a reconciliation. You may be getting back with someone. But there was a breakup here, or heartbreak, or sorrow, especially with the Five of Cups. A little sad here. But you have a new spark. By December, you may meet this person through your friends, okay, or travel to them, maybe financially at work or something like that. But yeah, Head over heart decisions here. Try not to let heartbreak make you pessimistic, because we do have new sparks of emotional fulfillment and love here. You just need to heal. There may be a relationship that comes in that heals you. All right, but we got some conflict and outside influence. We've got a power struggle here, competition for sure, and a secret authority. Okay, father figure energy. But yeah, this is your message. All right, and keep in mind, this is all about new friendships. So out of this energy and all the meanings, I got lots of meanings from that. Maybe the relationship wasn't stable secretly. Maybe there were secrets financially. All right, and it wasn't grounded. But yeah, you guys are healing, and there may be a healing connection by December. And I really feel it's you're going to be able to be friends with this person as well, okay, because this is 11th house energy. So a lot of truth coming in from your friends, gossip, communication, talking to friends, talking online, talking in collective groups of people in front of crowds, speaking your truth. All right, and as I'm talking to you, Leo, I'm going to pick it up with my feet because I'm weird. This Two of Cups just came back out. So look, this is just like, hey, let Leo know that there's going to be an apology and a new offer. But make sure you're getting enough out of these connections, okay? Especially if you're dealing with Virgo. But we're actually going to shift to Virgo energy now. Hi, Virgo. Your Hermit card is right here, so I know your energy is here. We have the Five of Swords behind you. So some of you guys, this Gemini energy, being your sister sign, you know, you guys are both ruled by Mercury, but Gemini squares you, honey. So you know, I will be the first one to say Gemini and Virgo process information in different ways, all right? This is about you reflecting and kind of not wanting to fight. So there's definitely certain people here, Virgo. This is that Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy. This is a Gemini new moon. I know the messages started quick. So there's a lot coming at you really fast, a lot of information, Virgo. It's kind of combative. It's kind of argumentative. There may be people in your life that play mind games and you know, they cause a lot of lack of clarity for you. And because of that, you may not be communicating with certain people. You may be putting your sword down and kind of going into isolation and reflecting on certain arguments and miscommunications that have happened, certain conflict in your mind. Virgo, your energy is wild. Like, I just did all these readings. You're the 6th reading, and then I felt a significant change of energy. Yeah, you guys are exhausted. It's like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if some of you are doing crunches or if you're talking so much that your gut hurts. Or Virgo rules the gut. That might be why I'm feeling my gut, but I feel the truth in my gut. So Virgo, happy Gemini new moon solar eclipse on June 10th. This is a 6-month cycle of new beginnings, planting seeds of intentions, okay, between now and December 19th, 2021. So Gemini, as I mentioned, it does square you. 90-degree harsh angle between you and Gemini on the zodiac wheel. So this is kind of challenging. I'm a Pisces. Gemini squares me as well, so I get it. But this is mutable Mercury energy, and that is very similar to you, Virgo. You also appreciate the truth. You also appreciate detail. You also are analytical. So, you know, find the similarities between you and Gemini more so than the differences it's highlighting, you know, but this is your 10th house, okay, especially if you're a Virgo rising. This is for sun, moon, and rising Virgo, but watch for your rising sign so that it makes more sense with the houses for you personally. But as I mentioned, this is 10th house energy, so it's quite serious. This is about your legacy, Virgo. This is about your truth, and very much so about your career. This is the midheaven. And the midheaven / the 10th house in astrology is all about what you're meant to do as far as a path. Okay, so this is about the truth. This is maybe some of you guys, there's communication in some way involved in your legacy or in your career. But a new moon eclipse is going to really change some things about your career over the next 6 months. Okay, so by December, you could wind up with a very, very new career, but it's going to be truthful. The truth exists in the future for Virgo. The truth is a long-term thing that Virgo would like to accomplish because of the 10th house energy. So this is the energy of like government, bosses, authority. So this is about you, you know, kind of using your truth and having to speak in authority in an authoritative way. Okay. Let's get you a tarot message though, Virgo. We know this is about your career and your future and the path, but communicating in the truth, okay? So we have the Queen of Pentacles in the World, huge Capricorn energy here. Saturn in Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This could be you, Virgo, as the Queen of Pentacles, but yeah, so this is definitely that 10th house energy. Capricorn rules the 10th house, I get it. Certain cycles financially are absolutely over for you, Virgo, and that's the truth. You could be dealing with a Leo, a Taurus, a Scorpio, or an Aquarius, the fixed energies here. But you're celebrating the full closing of a chapter. You know your worth. Like, there's some kind of new beginning and closing out. So I feel like many of you guys by December, if not already, have figured out the truth about what you're meant to do. You're slowly figuring that out, and you'll know a lot more about that, Virgo, come December. You're going to be much grounded. very, very grounded come December. Okay, so you're going to be closing cycles out between now and then, celebrating. This might involve the internet or travel in some way, but yeah, the world is very, very celebratory. Between now and then, you may even experience certain yearly cycles. The world card is, it's been 1 year since this happened. It's been 2-3 years. Something has come full circle, and therefore you can no longer learn from it. This is Saturn's energy, so there's a little bit of karma here as well, financially, and when it comes to your career. All right, we've got the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck, though, so this also has to do with children, the past. Somebody may return from the past. You may return to a past career. We've got the Moon card, so there's a Pisces child here, or secret memories, a soulmate for sure. Pisces soulmate, maybe Cancer, but we got the card for Pisces, a younger Pisces for sure, that may return in some way. Some of you guys are afraid of the past. The moon also controls our fears. There's some illusions from the past that Mercury retrograde is trying to clear up for you too, Virgo, when it comes to your career. Okay, but we've got the Nine of Pentacles. I love that for the 10th house energy. This is about being stable emotionally and financially, but we've got the Seven of Swords briefly in your reading. So be careful not to deceive yourself emotionally during this Gemini new moon. You've definitely got some feelings. And maybe you dream about someone from the past, Virgo, that may be significant, or you have feelings or secrets or fears or something in regards to this. But there's some kind of memory energy. You're going to be taken back to the past secretly. Okay, maybe it's to wrap something up and to be more grounded. You may come out of this energy way more grounded. Let's get you one more, Virgo, because I love you. Give me one more for Virgo for the Gemini new moon. So definitely communication when it comes to, you know, you guys may start talking, and I think you guys are going to be thinking. I keep talking about how much Gemini has to do with communication, but it's also thoughts, okay? It's ruled by Mercury just like you. So you're thinking a lot about the future right now, Virgo, and as I said that, I don't know if you guys just saw that, but I literally saw the Three of Wands. Thinking about the future, all right, and the actions that you're going to take. But before that, so maybe one of the things that you learn as the truth is that there's certain things that you have to end. So you guys may find out the truth about what you're meant to do, but you know it's going to involve you ending something else because you know your worth. Okay, again, that Moon card at the bottom of the deck. So facing your fears here. All right, anything else for Virgo for the Gemini new moon, please, in their 10th house? Gemini, Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. And we have the Chariots. Okay, so definitely Cancerian energy. Maybe some acceleration and movement forward during Cancer season, June 20th through July 20th. This is a vehicle. Some of you guys use vehicles in travel for money, but we've also got the Tower, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, here we go, Virgo. Here's the truth for you, my friend. There's definitely going to be some unexpected endings, maybe even painful ones. There's going to be an ending unexpectedly to something that's been painful that you have been juggling. You have to weigh out the pros and cons between chaos and betrayal, being backstabbed, okay? This is definitely an interesting message. We have the Sun at the bottom, though, so clarity, happiness. Okay, you're going to be really happy when a certain burden ends for you in the career. You no longer have to do a certain job. Got the Moon and the Sun here trying to come out, and Leo energy heavily. So Leo season is definitely when you're going to be able to end a chapter. Okay, keep this in mind. This is your career. Some of you have two different ways of making money. You're juggling two different things that you value when it comes to your future. But here's the thing, like, you're juggling and you're trying to balance out two things in your life that are ending unexpectedly, things that are shocking. This is a shocking ending, but it's going to release a burden from you, Virgo. So this is literally Gemini 10th house energy, juggling two different fates. You know, the North Node is in your 10th house too. So by December, there's definitely going to be some unexpected endings, but you're going to be happier. You're going to be more clear, okay? Definitely Cancer here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But you're wrapping cycles up so that by December, you are really aligned with the truth about your path. You know, communicating. This might involve family, siblings, relatives, neighbors, those who are close around you, those you work with, talking when it comes to a career, using your voice, speaking your truth, Virgo. But you need to get real serious about this. Having serious conversations about the future comes up here too. But you're going to know your truth come December, and you're going to be in a much better career then too. All right. So thanks, Virgo. Let's move to Libra. Hello, Libra. Welcome to the Gemini new moon solar eclipse happening on June 10th, 2021. We're opening up a 6-month cycle here of truth. So before we get into the tarot card message, let's talk about Gemini energy and where it is for you on the zodiac wheel. So this is for Gemini, this is for Libra, sun, moon, and rising. But please watch for your rising sign if you know it, you guys, because it'll resonate a lot more with you personally. But on the zodiac wheel for Libra, sun, and moon, Gemini is an air sign just like you, Libra, but it's a little different because you're cardinal. So you're taking action, you have authority mentally. Gemini trines you, so this is going to be a positive, harmonious energy, okay, over the next 6 months. The truth is in harmonious flow with you, okay, but it's a little bit of a different energy. Gemini is all about adapting. So I know your thoughts have probably increased, but on the wheel, Gemini represents your 9th house. What a fun, expansive house. The truth is expansive for Libra. This is why you guys are kind of right on the same level as Aquarius and Gemini when it comes to knowing facts, appreciating rationality. So this is a new beginning as far as long distance travel. You know, some of you guys between now and December, long distance travel may be a thing, but new beginnings here, new knowledge, learning new facts, learning how to communicate, I'm hearing, because your 9th house of learning and expansion is Gemini. So this is about learning how to communicate in a different way, learning about the truth, using your lower mind to kind of expand. So this is about school. So yeah, some of you guys could definitely be studying or teaching with the 9th house, traveling, exploring the truth. So yeah, that's what the 9th house is all about. Philosophy, you're the truth, a truthful philosophy. You're gaining, Libra, between now and December. But look at this message that came out for you. This Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So this is very Libra, but this is also very Geminian. So I really couldn't have pulled a better message for you when it comes to this, because it's a new beginning of truth, which is exactly what the Ace of Swords is. This is clarity on clarity on clarity. There is definitely some new conversations taking place here. Libra has really learned about the truth over the last 6 months, and you're going to continue to learn and teach about the truth over the next 6 months come December. I love to see this. It's very rational. This is your energy, Libra. It's feminine. Some of you, this is feminine energy. Masculine as well. It doesn't matter gender. The Queen of Swords is very rational. She's a very intellectual decision maker. So she makes the decisions based on fact, not feeling. Okay, you've actually walked away from certain feelings. I'd be damned. We have the Justice card. So some of you may be dealing with another Libra. But look at this, Libra. This is your energy came through. We got a Leo here as well. Okay, so there's a commitment with a fire sign here that someone may have walked away from. This is Leo to me. It could be Aries and Sagittarius. But this is a commitment, a new commitment that you're passionate about. Some of you may receive good news about a home, or this may be a party that you attend. But we've got the King of Swords after that. Okay, so a lot of attention here that you're gaining mentally. You're getting mental recognition, Libra. Okay, or you're recognizing things mentally. You're starting to acknowledge the truth in a different way, whereas before there was this energy, okay, the Five of Swords, where there was bickering and mind games and someone who had to have the last word and back and forth energy. This is not clarity, okay? You can see the clouds. This is a lack of clarity. This is about you putting down your sword, an insignificant sword, not having to have the last word, or someone in your life, because you're trying to heal this. You're trying to recover from certain conflict mentally, but stand up for yourself at the same time. So there could definitely have been some arguments there, but you're celebrating, okay, your truth is what I'm hearing here. And there's going to be positive news, and you're going to feel a lot more confident, okay? But you've definitely walked away, Libra. Someone here may have a Libra moon, okay? This is about maybe the law in some way, justice. So some of you guys are studying law. Some of you guys are studying like the legal system in some way, or you're walking away from that. I'm not sure what this is, but you're walking away because to balance the scales out, okay? And because something was missing. Equality and fairness was missing, okay? So in order to balance things out karmically, make things a little bit more fair, you had to walk away from certain emotionally unfulfilling situations, probably on a full moon. The full moon in Capricorn may be significant to you because that's happening on June 24th. Okay, so you're going to find your soul, okay, in a truthful way. Gemini new moon. So you find some sort of truth, some kind of new beginning here, new clarity. There's definitely going to be some facts that come in that you're learning about this. Look how sharp-minded. Like, this is truthful knowledge being expanded in your mind. Your lower mind, your higher mind, excuse me, is occupied by the lower mind. So it's kind of reversed for you, Libra. But because of that, there's all these new facts of information coming in and an absolute new way of communicating So you're gonna find a new way to communicate the facts that you learn between now and December and what you've expanded on. You're finding a new way to express that, because Gemini is communication. It's your 9th house of expansion. So very expansive communication, learning through conversation in detail, okay? So there could definitely be, come December, there could definitely be new beginnings. Some of you guys are going to start school or start teaching, or you have learned many facts by then. There may even be certain adventures that you take to discover the truth. But you're definitely exploring your lower mind, your higher mind, and expansion in that way, all right, Libra? I love the fact that Gemini is your 9th house. There's no other sign more than Libra that learns from the truth. You expand the truth. The things that Gemini says, Libra just expands it to the point where it's law, okay? So that's very, very interesting. This is something you're going to have to study, but just keep in mind your emotions, your fears, you know, a fear to expand, a fear to, you know, maybe even secret knowledge to a certain extent, because the moon is secrets. So be cautious of that, Libra. You know, things conflicting your ability to learn, or detaching too much because you're an air sign from your emotions. I know you've walked away. There's been some sorrow, some disappointment. You're trying to escape or avoid a situation legally, or to balance something out. All right, but I couldn't have got a better. This is your energy, period. All right, new truth for Libra, because you've learned a lot. So thank you, Libra. Let's go ahead and shift to Scorpio now. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to the Gemini new moon happening on June 10th, 2021. This is a cycle of eclipses, excuse me. I don't know if you guys heard that. This is a 6-month eclipse cycle that happens between now and December 19th. All right, so let's go ahead and see what the Gemini new moon message is for Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. What is the message for Scorpio? And we got a card coming out. So let's talk a little bit about Gemini energy for you, Scorpio. So Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising, but specifically watch for your rising sign, guys, because it'll make more sense when I talk about the house system, and it'll resonate with you much more personally. But on the zodiac wheel, Gemini occupies the 8th house of Scorpio. So this is the time of year where you go through the energy that you naturally represent. You are the 8th house on the zodiac wheel, Scorpio, but 8 houses away from you is Gemini. So this is the dark truth, the occult truth. This is the taboo truth. The truth is a very taboo thing to Scorpio, because you are hidden. You are mysterious. So mystery and the truth don't quite go together, do they? Trust me, I get it as a Pisces. But yeah, this is about transformational truth. This is about sex and intimacy, and this is about intellect. So Scorpio, I feel that you are a bit of a sapiosexual, aren't you, on the zodiac wheel? Because you find truth and intellect very sexy, naturally, most of you. Because your 8th house of intimacy is ruled by very mental and analytical Gemini. So you guys are really able to get down to the intimate truth, the intimate detail. And this is why you know the truth about someone after you have sex with them. Secrets. Interesting, I should say that the 8th house is all about secrets. So it's kind of contradicting that Scorpio, which is secrets in our universe, is the 8th house. Your 8th house is the truth. So the 8th house of death is the truth. That's the secret. So yeah, there are certain secrets here, and this is a new moon, okay? So our emotions, our fears, there definitely may be a certain fear here when it comes to speaking your truth intimately. The truth is a very intimate thing for Scorpio, because you guys are, you know, you're literally a Scorpion. Scorpions hide under rocks near the water. So, you know, this is about change. It's metamorphosis. This is mental for you. This is sexual for you. It's intimate. But by December, there definitely may be new intimate connections that are truthful. By December, for sure, over the next 6 months, I think you're going to, you know, really connect emotionally and mentally. Okay, so the tarot card that came out is the 3 of Wands. This is foresight. Some of you guys are waiting on something. There may be something at a distance that you're waiting to arrive between now and December. You may have even had to turn your back on certain things. You know, this is about the truth about intimacy. So by December, you're going to know whether you have a sexual mental connection with someone, whether someone, you know, whether you're intimately connected or emotionally connected to someone. That's a very important truth to Scorpio. We have a fire sign coming up here in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of you may have fire sign energy, but there's some actions that you're thinking about taking. I guess this is the effect that Scorpio gets when they go through 8th house energy. So I'm feeling desire here. I'm feeling that Mars energy, that Leo energy. This is a Leo for some of you guys, and Aries, a Sagittarius. But for others of you, and for the most of you, what this message is for the majority of you is that this is about the actions you're going to be taking between now and the end of June. Now in the next 3 months, so June, July, August, July, August, September. So by September, at the very latest, there's an action that you have to wait to take. I'm hearing wait to take action. Mercury is retrograde. So there's something here about turning your back on things you have to wait on, or some kind of confidence, because this is confidence, bravery, Leo energy. So yeah, wait till August to do something, Scorpio. That's the truth. Because this is secrets. The truth is a very secretive thing. Like, there's certain secrets that you know, Scorpio, like Gemini secrets, you know, secret facts and shit. So why is the Three of Wands coming out for Scorpio for this Gemini new moon? So the truth awaits. Wait for the truth. The truth is about to arrive to you. But this might be an intimate connection or someone you're communicating with at afar, okay? So give me more for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the Gemini new moon, please. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus, your opposite sign. The Empress and the Five of Pentacles. So this is about a financial commitment, some conflict here, all right? We definitely have a Taurus woman or some kind of marriage. This is definitely a marriage or commitment that's being abandoned. I'm not sure if someone is struggling here and afraid to be homeless. So this is really intimate for you. Maybe there's something here that you feel left out in the cold. Your mother is showing up here, Scorpio. You as a mother, female empowered people in your life, a commitment you have. This is a wife. There's some kind of wife figure here. Someone could be pregnant or fertile, or they may be a nurse, or they may just be nurturing. So this is a someone or something you're committed to that you have nurtured for a while that you may be abandoning because of certain conflict or abandonment, left out in the cold kind of energy. There may be a mother figure here, or wife, or female figure here. Even if the men are watching, this could be someone in your life. But yeah, there's some struggles here, and that's why you're waiting for something to come in. And we have the Queen of Wands, so this is that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy again. So yeah, it's interesting. Certain secrets coming up here. You could be dealing with a Taurus, a Libra, an Aries, but we've got Venus and Taurus. Now we have Virgo coming out. So if you're not dealing with a Virgo, this is about isolation. Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. You're going to have to let something go that you've been hanging on to, something painful. You need to release that. Some of you guys are really reflecting on the commitments that you've had. Your opposite sign, Taurus, showed you this. Okay, and there's definitely been a commitment or marriage, or you know, this is about your beliefs. This is a church and a priest here. Some of you guys are no longer going to church, or there's some kind of commitment. There's some kind of church that could help you become abundant, but there's some reflection, a little bit of solitude and isolation here, especially when it comes to commitments that are struggling. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to take a step back from that and kind of reevaluate and kind of let go. But we have the Ace of Pentacles too. So there's going to be a new beginning that you celebrate. Some of you are dealing with Capricorn. You may have toxic friends though. Okay, we got Leo, Capricorn, sisterhood coming up here. Your sister may be important. Someone's sister may be a Capricorn here, have Capricorn energy. Okay, but yeah, you've got to let this go, Scorpio. You're reflecting very much on, you know, and this has to have something to do with the intimacy you're going through. Like, there's some kind of reason that the Gemini new moon is exposing this to you. These are your secrets. Okay, the things you're secretly committed to, certain things that either abandon you or that you're going to have to abandon. But this is definitely a metaphorical church. Like, there's some kind of sanctuary, someone around you could help, or you could help someone that's going through something around you. But the Five of Pentacles is like, these people are too afraid to ask for help. Very wounded here, left out in the cold, but still abundant. Okay, there's a difference between abundance and lack. That's what's coming up here. And the commitments, you may need advice, financial advice, from some kind of mentor or counselor. Okay, so yeah, Scorpio, very fucking intimate. I do not want to get in trouble for delivering your secrets, so I will leave that up to the moon and the rest of this cycle. But the truth is coming in very secretly. They're definitely, you have your secrets right now, Scorpio. You always do. But just know that between now and December, there's going to be illumination every month building up. So you're going to get closer and closer to the truth about intimacy, certain things that are hidden from you, certain facts by December. Okay, so thank you, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and move to Sagittarius. Hi, Sag. Welcome to the Gemini new moon solar eclipse happening on June 10th, 2021. This is opening up a 6-month cycle, okay, until December 19th, your zodiac season. All right, so very important one for you here, Sagittarius. Let's let a card come out, and then we'll talk a little bit about astrology. So we've got a card coming out. So, Sag, the last full moon 2 weeks ago was an eclipse in your sign, the full moon. You have the south node in your sign, but now we're talking a little bit about opposition, because Gemini is right across from you on the zodiac wheel. So there's a mirroring that happens here. There's balance potentially here, but you're being opposed, which directly brings up compromise and having to meet certain things in life, people, places, and things in the middle. So this is not your energy. It's very similar to you. You know, one thing I know about opposite signs between all of us, we all have opposite signs, is that we're much more similar than what we might think. So astrology wise, especially if you're a Sagittarius rising, this is for Sag, sun, moon, and rising. But just, you know, take a look at your rising sign if you know it, because it'll resonate way more when I talk about the houses. But on the zodiac wheel, Gemini is 7 houses away from you, Sagittarius. So this new moon is all about relationships and other people. Okay, relationships of all kind, especially romantic partnerships, but siblings and relatives and the relationships you form with anyone who has close proximity or access to you. Okay, so new moon, eclipse in the 7th house, it's opposing you, so there may be relationship compromise here. But yeah, by December, by your season, even if you're a sun, if you're a Gemini moon, or I'm sorry, if you're a Sagittarius moon or rising, by Sagittarius season 2021, you guys are going to be having more truthful relationships by December, okay? So that's exactly what this is about. It's about the truth about relationships, communicating in relationships. You know, it's very important naturally on the zodiac wheel. It's indicated that Sagittarius should have strong mental connections with those they have relations with. Other people's truth is coming up here, though, because the 7th house is the descendant. It's the opposite of who you are, ironically. So other people's truth, the things other people are saying to you, the things that are being communicated in your relationships, all right? So yeah, having a relationship with the actual truth and you know, being truthful about what you feel in relationships as well. But new relationship, Sagittarius. And of course, at this part of the reading, my computer needs to be plugged in. So I'm going to go ahead and remind you guys to make sure that you are, you know, first of all, letting certain things die, but also just getting your rest and charging, okay? Because at your point in the reading, Sagittarius, my computer wanted to be plugged in. So hopefully that did it. All right, so the card that we have coming out, we know this is about relationships for you and you know, being truthful, but we have the High Priestess, secrets. This is the opposite of the truth, not necessarily. Got Pisces here, Cancer, but there's definitely some secrets in relationships coming up for you. Definitely some distractions and pop-ups as well, because that's what's happening to me as your tarot reader right now. So yeah, there's certain fears and illusions here that the Gemini new moon would like to start new beginnings with, but also expose, okay? It's interesting. There's definitely some kind of intuition that you need to trust about relationships. Okay, this is emotional connection as well. The moon is emotion. So you may have certain fears about relationships right now, your feelings towards other people, but you know, new beginnings, emotional connection, but also mental connections. Being able to emotionally connect and mentally connect is important for Sag. But there's some secrets. I can't expose your secrets in this video, Sagittarius, because I'll just leave that up to Gemini. But there's something you already know about a certain relationship. And between now and December, there's going to be certain secrets that are highlighted, whether they stay in the dark or they come out. We have the Two of Wands, which is literally you lately. The choice between comfort and growth. Looking at the bigger picture, seriously you, Sagittarius, holding the world in your hands. But, you know, there's a certain choices that you could make between now and December that would keep you comfortable when it comes to relationships. But there's also certain choices that you could make that would grow you, expand you. And we know you're all about that, right? So certain travel here, long distance relationships perhaps, but secrets. You need to choose a new direction for yourself, Sagittarius. All right, you have a lot of secret feelings, so you're really looking out to the future. Okay, we've got Virgo here. Some of you guys may be, you know, encountering, or you guys are really deeply reflecting on truth and emotion right now. You're kind of emotionally unsatisfied, maybe a little lonely in your solitude, having to think. You have a lot of alone time to think about relationships, maybe because they're from at a distance or there's some kind of passionate choice. You may be between two people, places, and things you're passionate about, but we do have some truth here, definitely very close to deception. And I've shuffled these cards very good, and you're the first person this has come up for like this. So yeah, there's going to be a truth exposed. Don't lie to yourself, Sagittarius, or let others lie to you. But yeah, there's definitely some clarity you're going to gain when it comes to those in your life, or maybe even you, that other people learn this about. But we got the truth and deception dangerously close to each other here. So you don't want to let anyone take your truth here. There's some kind of sneaky individual or sneaking around that's going to be highlighted. Could be in regards to an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, but you're really just planning for the future first and foremost. Definitely some travel here, but emotionally I feel you're very reflecting. You're not really saying yes or no, which is not typical for Sagittarius, because you are spontaneity. You're the sign of adventure. But I think because of this new moon and these eclipses you're going through, there's just you're really reflecting. You have your heart set on a certain situation. You know what you want and what would make you happy secretly. And you're kind of rejecting people, places, and things that don't measure up to that, okay? You're maybe avoiding certain offers or ignoring certain offers or simply missing opportunities because you'd rather just indulge in solitude. There's nothing wrong with that, because during those time periods of isolation between now and December, you're going to find your truth. But I definitely think there's going to be some clarity. If there's some secret deception going on, there's going to be some truth. I mean, do you expect anything less with a Gemini new moon? So please clarify respectfully and to the best of your ability the High Priestess for Sagittarius. I don't want to leave you guys on that message, because this is already a dark and mysterious new moon. The truth is something that's already hidden. So I would like to clarify this High Priestess for you guys. What is the High Priestess here for Sagittarius for the Gemini new moon, please? Please clarify the High Priestess for Sagittarius. And we have the Four of Swords and the Two of Swords. So yeah, a lot of air energy here because of secrets, your secret thoughts about relationships and fears and that kind of thing, the things that you don't know, details that are unknown on your behalf and others when it comes to relationships, and kind of being affected by that. But we got air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, very difficult decision. Now you're pulling the Gemini energy for this reading. This is that Gemini vibration, Libra, but you got to make a gut decision. This is about, you know, time periods in your life where you're at a crossroads or experiencing stagnancy. You're kind of blindfolded here, but I love that the Four of Swords came out with this card, because it's a message about, in times of indecision, you know, kind of giving yourself time to recover. Okay, there definitely may be 2 or 4 weeks or 2 months or 4 months that go by where you just really need to develop a stronger foundation. This is about getting your rest, healing, and sleeping. Like, some of you guys have been indecisive or at a stalemate or a crossroads for way too long, and you're needing to really go inward and reflect and just kind of heal, kind of like that Hermit card. Okay, yeah, you guys are going to be walking away. We had that full moon in your sign, got a full moon in Capricorn at the end of June 24. So yeah, you're walking away from heavy burdens. This is relationships, guys. Okay, there was a full moon in your sign a couple weeks ago. So walking away from things that are unfulfilling, you know, you're kind of disappointed here. It's kind of escapism. Okay, some of you guys have been trying to walk away and escape from making a very difficult decision that you know through reflection you have to make. Some of you guys are not going to make a decision, and you're going to give yourself some time to kind of reflect and think, because this is all a huge secret. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about, but follow your intuition here when it comes to other people. Other people's emotions are always important when there's any kind of moon in your 7th house. So yeah, truthful relationships, communicating in relationships, kind of analyzing that certain information when it comes to the truth and communication about relationships, Sagittarius. So yeah, guys, you guys are a huge player right now. I don't know if that was like kind of a metaphor for a relationship. I don't know if you're that kind of player, but I meant you're a huge game player as far as the universe right now, because, you know, Gemini, Sag are just, you guys are the main characters right now with the North and South node. All right, thank you, Sagittarius. Let's move to Capricorn, okay? So, hi Capricorn, this is a message for the Gemini new moon solar eclipse that is happening on June 10th, 2021. This is opening up and starting a 6-month cycle between now and December 19th, okay? So, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about astrology and Gemini energy for you, and then we'll reveal the card that came out, which is actually face down, so I'm gonna find out what it is with you guys. So, Capricorn, Capricorn sun, moon, and rising. This is a message for you. Please watch for your rising sign specifically, because it'll make more sense when I talk about the houses. But on the zodiac wheel, Capricorn, Gemini is 6 houses away from you. So this is all about your lifestyle. You've got a new moon in your house of routine, schedule, lifestyle, health. So this is really about some things changing when it comes to your day-to-day routine and activity. Make sure the truth in conversation in some way is a part of your everyday routine. This is just a natural thing for you guys. But this is the time of year where you can really set new beginnings as far as how you want to be living life in a more truthful way in the next 6 months. Come December, how would you like to be living, Capricorn? Okay, there's a lot of things that go into the 6th house. Anything that you do, a part of your own routine, which is going to be personal to you. You know, this is the energy of working out, your diet, because we eat every day, right? You know, so Yeah, health. This is mental health. It's mental health season for Capricorn because Gemini is mental, the sixth house is health. So you want to set intentions for your mental health, you know, communicating this, talking about this, being of service. So there could be definitely new jobs or new services that you guys offer between now and gradually as we enter December. So yeah, this is really about the truth, okay? Offering the truth as some sort of service is naturally a Capricorn thing as well. But yeah, you could definitely be changing your diets, changing any habits that are toxic for you. Great time to do that, Capricorn, to cut certain things out of your diet or routine, people, places, and things, because it's very important that you have a logical and analytical understanding of everyday life. This is why Capricorns are quite rational when it comes to who you guys are, okay? But definitely new jobs could come up here, new services, new things that involve health, okay? So, you know, just think about what you would like to set intentions for as far as all those things, and definitely involving communication, truth, siblings, relatives, those who are close around you, those you work with, communicating and talking and gossiping amongst work. Very important. So Capricorn, you're actually pulling the Magician card. This is the card for Mercury. So we've got Gemini here, we've got Virgo, might be important, but Mercury is retrograde right now in Gemini, and it's a very important part of this new moon. Okay, but the Magician talks about manifestation. Maybe some of you guys, this is literally the card of ritual. The Magician has a cup, sword, wand, and pentacle. So he's got all the resources, and so do you, Capricorn. Some of you guys have all the resources you need, okay, as far as, you know, believing in yourself. You have all the ingredients you need in this sixth house energy. But the sixth house of ritual, so I don't know if any of you guys are into magic or ritual and actually setting intentions on this new moon. But you want to believe in yourself, okay? Someone here may have Mercury in Virgo. Definitely have a Virgo showing up here in the Four of Swords. So a lot of isolation, meditation, silence, solitude. There's someone here from the past, maybe a Virgo. Oh, what's this card? The Two of Pentacles. So yeah, lots of juggling. This is the second house energy, okay? Some of you guys may have two jobs or two ways of making money come December, but you're definitely trying to juggle and kind of manage all this, but you're a little stressed out. Some of you guys aren't sleeping very well and you're a little lonely. Some of you guys sleep alone sometimes or work alone, but this is definitely someone who wants to sleep alone and kind of manifest, okay? But you got to weigh out the pros and cons and kind of reflect over the next 6 months. Let things manifest. Be patient. Pray. Some of you guys are praying and manifesting, and we have the Six of Cups. We got someone returning from the past or some kind of soulmate or child energy. But let's go ahead and clarify this Magician. Okay, so this could involve distraction in some way. So stay focused, Capricorn, when it comes to your everyday life. Why is the Magician here for Capricorn? There's something magical happening for you though, Capricorn. You're manifesting a job, or there's some kind of magic involved with the services that you offer, communication. Okay, some of you guys may speak every day and make a living from that or something like that. But you're definitely manifesting resources, and you have everything that you need, okay? And because of that, you may be walking away from other things that are not fulfilling. Oh my God, I'm so happy this card came out. Full moon in Capricorn happening on June 24th, I want to say. Definitely a time period of walking away. It's going to feature Saturn and Pluto, I want to say. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys about that in a couple weeks. But you guys definitely may be walking away, and we're pulling the Wheel of Fortune. So we've got the card of Jupiter here. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Aquarius, fucking Scorpio or Leo, all the fixed signs basically. But wow, you have two major arcana, so there's going to be some major changes happening here for you, okay? This is things turning around in your favor. This may be magical luck. Wow, magical luck, magical fate and fortune, cycles in your life, things just magically turning around in your favor consistently between now and December. Specifically in the form of your everyday life, the job you have, what you do every day, your routine, services, that kind of thing. We've got the Justice card here, sign of Libra. Might involve the law or some kind of decision. We got Leo and Libra here, and then you, which is you're coming up in the reverse. So you're not feeling stable and secure, and you need to take action to balance things out. But I can tell you that you're on the right side of fate and fortune and karma, to say the very least. Some things are going to start turning around, like literally do 180s. Because of something that's manifesting. So very magical fate and destiny here, Capricorn, in your sixth house of jobs and resources. A lot of things you're gonna feel a lot more balanced come December, okay? A lot of things are gonna change and manifest between now and then. So new moon in your sixth house, you want to set intentions for the lifestyle you live, you know, aligning with that. You know, that you want to live in a certain way that reflects your truth. So, you know, who are you, Capricorn, and how do you live in regards to that? Do you have a true lifestyle that reflects, you know, your honesty, an honest lifestyle? So thanks, Capricorn. Let's go ahead and move to Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to the Gemini new moon solar eclipse. This is happening on June 10th, 2021. It's opening up and starting a 6-month cycle between now and December 19th, 2021. So let's go ahead and let a card come out, and then we'll talk about astrology. So what is the Gemini new moon message for Aquarius, please? Hello. All right, we got some cards coming out. So Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. This is going to be a message for you. Please watch for your rising sign as well, you guys, because it'll make a lot more sense when I talk about the houses, okay? But this is quite positive for you, Aquarius. You're going through opposite energy, Leo energy, because Gemini is 5 houses away from you on the zodiac wheel. So this is the house of creativity, children, soulmates, expression. All right, so there's a certain amount of truthful expression that is happening for Aquarius all the time on the zodiac wheel. The truth is always in harmonious and positive flow with you. So this is about you, point blank period, expressing your truth, expressing new truths and new beginnings between now and December. There will be absolutely a new truth expressed to you and from you by December. The truth is a creative thing for Aquarius. You can have fun with this, okay? Some of you guys, there may be certain communication with younger people. You may be a teacher or something like that, have Libra energy possibly. But yeah, the children and the children, okay, so innocence is what I'm basically building up to here, okay? Some of you may literally speak to children or younger people, or the things children say to you, you know, that kind of energy. But also soulmates, you know, mental connections, truthful soulmate connections, all right? But yeah, this is a very positive and harmonious thing. So you want to create something from the truth here, Aquarius, by December, you know. This may be actual creation, actual birth, okay? But it's innocent, like I said. It's very expressive, and this is the house of joy, okay? So this is about, you know, the more truthful and clear things become, even though this is a Gemini new moon and there may be certain fears and emotions, the new beginnings that happen are going to align you more with your happiness and joy. So important. I always want to mention to people going through 5th house energy, which you will be for the next 6 months, Aquarius, grab a coloring book. Connect to your inner child as much as you can. If you don't have children around you to help, go do something that you did as a child or that you always wanted to do as a child. There's not a better way to connect with your truth, Aquarius. So let's go ahead and get to the cards, though. Sometimes they tell a different story. Got the Queen of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So you might be dealing with a Scorpio for a couple of reasons. One, because we have very 2 scorpionic cards here for me. Queen of Cups, 8 of Cups, very scorpionic. Scorpio actually pulled the 3 of Wands for this reading. So if you have a Scorpio energy, or if you're dealing with someone who has Scorpio energy, you may want to watch for their reading just to get more details, especially around a time like this. But we've got other messages here for others here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy might be important, but this could definitely be you, air sign. I mean, this is water energy, but air signs have feelings too. We need to have that as a trending hashtag. Air signs have feelings too. But you guys are, you know, known for kind of detaching and putting a lid on your emotions, similar to this Queen of Cups. But this is someone who is very mature emotionally. Some of you may have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy in your chart. Maybe some of you are born on the Pisces, Cancer, Aquarius, Pisces cusp, sorry. That's the February 17th through the 25th. Maybe your moon or rising or Mercury is in a water sign, or maybe there's certain water signs that can help you or that are being highlighted between now. You know, so this is that very lighthearted, fun, romantic. I don't know if I've mentioned how romantic the truth is for Aquarius, because Gemini is your 5th house. 5th house is romance. Gemini is the truth. So very romantic, truthful energy here. But yeah, okay, so Queen of Cups, 3 of Wands. Some of you guys are kind of closed off emotionally. Okay, you're trying to remain in balance and stable, and you know, the Queen of Cups is very intuitive, very nurturing, but she's very in tune with the emotions of her and those around her. All right, but yeah, you've definitely turned your back on certain things with this 3 of Wands. There's certain love that you're waiting for at a distance, it looks like. Maybe it involves a water sign or just love in general. The Cups cards can definitely represent emotion, so There's something you're waiting to arrive. I don't know if it's love. This might be a long distance love, Aquarius. We know that you're notorious for those because you do rule the internet in the collective. So yeah, it could be very possible that between now and December, you connect emotionally with someone who's far away. You may be turning your back on certain feelings, closing your lid. Could definitely be turning your back on water sign, Scorpio specifically, Pisces or Cancer. Yeah, okay, bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. So we got a full moon in Capricorn at the end of June 24th, meaning that in July, I believe we will have a Aquarius full moon. So the cycles of the moons are really starting to become relevant to you. This is someone who is walking away sometimes at nighttime around the full moon. They're walking away from things that are not emotionally fulfilling. So I'm seeing you really emotionally turning your back here. You're emotionally turning your back here, okay? You're choosing maybe your past, because you're in between two things you're passionate about between now and December, and you need to choose a new path for yourself. And because of that, you know, you're definitely gonna have to walk away from things that aren't fulfilling, relationships, jobs. You know, you're going to really discover the truth about that, because the truth is creative to you. Remember, you can create things when the truth is delivered. You're an air sign as well, Aquarius, okay? So you're definitely going on a soul journey to discover this truth. You're going to have to turn your back emotionally to embrace this intellect, and in order to be in tune with your feelings, you have to discover the truth first. So there's something emotional that you're waiting on and kind of saving yourself for and walking away from at the same time. A new direction, you're standing up for yourself, and there's going to be also some painful endings, maybe with a Capricorn. And here's another card of emotional transition. All right, but this is your energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, I see some of you guys leaving a connection. See, someone here is leaving or moving on, maybe from you, or you're doing this, Aquarius. Someone's getting in this boat and moving on from a connection that wasn't as emotionally fulfilling as you once thought. Some of you guys may have connections at work. We got Leo showing up here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, all the zodiac signs are here. But we got an online relationship that some of you guys may be traveling. I see a long distance relationship for some of you. Maybe not now, but between now and December. But we got to have something toxic end. You know, there's got to be something that you feel stuck in or obsessed with that has to end here, okay? Painful ending here, maybe with the Capricorn, or the Capricorn full moon may have this. But because of that, you're going to have a crossroads between comfort and growth, okay? You're choosing a new direction for yourself, but after you walk away. So between now and the full moon in Capricorn, and then in July, at the end of July, when we have a full moon in your sign, you guys are definitely going to be walking away from disappointment and things that did not emotionally fulfill you. And, you know, that goes hand in hand with turning your back emotionally, kind of closing off, but staying in tune with how you feel, Aquarius. All right, so I hope that helps. This could definitely be romantic energies. But I will say, quite simply, a new moon in your 5th house, there could be new beginnings involving children, happiness, joy, soulmates, but romantic and creative above all, and kind of using the truth for that. All right. So last but not least, let's go ahead and tune in to Pisces energy. Some of you guys are not feeling very stable. Some of you guys, there may be an earth sign from the past that is important to mention first and foremost off rip before we even get into this. But Pisces, happy Gemini new moon solar eclipse. This is happening on June 10th, 2021, and it's a 6-month cycle that is opening up and starting between now and December 19th, 2021. So let's go ahead and focus and get a message for you, and then we'll talk about astrology before the tarot card. So Pisces energy, Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. I fucking hate how this works sometimes. Pisces, hello, Gemini energy. So this is Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, but please watch for your rising sign as well, you guys, because it'll make a lot more sense and it'll resonate a lot more when I talk about the house system. But on the zodiac wheel for all Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, Gemini is 4 houses away from us. So this has everything to do with our home, our family, our roots, our foundation, where we consider ourselves to be from. More importantly and more truthfully, the new beginnings happening there between now and December. Okay, so when you have a new moon eclipse in your in your 4th house, things with your regarding, I can feel it, Pisces. Let me slow down. Things regarding your family or home could definitely be changing around the time of this new moon, and definitely between now and December. You may completely live somewhere new, but I will say Gemini represents siblings, relatives, your neighbors. So these are things really, really fucking important when it comes to your home, those you live with, how they affect you. If you live with siblings, relatives, neighbors, roommates, very important, and communication coming up there, communicating with your neighbors. Okay, but new beginnings and the truth about where you're from, Pisces. I love when this happens because I'm always reminded of how Pisces comes and originates from the truth, because the fourth house is where you come from. It's your roots. Gemini is the truth. So to have a fourth house Gemini means that you are rooted in truth, Pisces, and in spite, or even if so, that I'm tapping into that Neptune energy that I'm trying to talk about, that illusion. So I was just saying, even though Neptune is squaring this new moon, and even though Gemini and Pisces square each other, so there is a natural conflict, and there's a need to compromise with Gemini, because there's a 90-degree harsh angle between Gemini and Pisces. So yeah, that's because Pisces works with illusion. You know, the subconscious and the lower mind. So the subconscious, Pisces, and the lower mind, Gemini, they don't work on the same conveyor belt. They don't live on the same street, because the subconscious kind of eludes things. Okay, so this is the difference between Mercury and Neptune. This is the difference between the High Priestess and the Magician card, or the Hanged Man and the Magician card. All right, so Pisces, your job around this new moon is to kind of embody that Neptunian energy. You know, you fit in where you fit in when it comes to these mutable energies. You know, Gemini is mutable just like you. I have spent a lot of time recently with Gemini individuals, and the two fish that I have and the two twins that Gemini have, like I love when Gemini and Pisces energy collide, or not collide, but just kind of combine, because illusions are immediately broken and clarified. Like, clarity comes in, but you know, you have to make compromises here. So keep that in mind when it comes to family. But this is about communicating at home, you know, creating a foundation for communication to happen with those around you that you live with. A lot of truth when it comes to family that you're going to discover between now and December. But there's a new moon here, so this is about discovering or creating a new foundation. What would you like to see happen between now and the next 6 months, December, in your home? Where do you want to live, Pisces? Don't you want to live somewhere in truth? You want to live somewhere where you're able to communicate and think clearly? I don't know if any of you guys live anywhere that causes you deception or anxiety. Like, that's not good, because Pisces needs a strong foundation of truth. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the cards. I know that was a little bit long, but we know this is family, right? This is home and foundation and roots. But look at here, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, which is the card that popped out at the beginning when I was talking to you guys. That's why I mentioned an earth sign from the past. So this earth sign is coming out. Some of you guys may have earth energy in your chart, which will help you become grounded. But yeah, King of Pentacles in reverse, any kind of stability or security from the past. Some of us are not feeling very grounded in our homes. Some of us are going through financial, you know, problems. There's challenges here with the King of Pentacles in reverse, because we're not reliable. We don't feel strong and sturdy and secure. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, so a lot of us, yeah, there's financial issues with the home. And we have the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So we've got two men here. There's an earth sign from the past, and there's a water sign. So I see Scorpio, Taurus here, Cancer, Capricorn, maybe even Pisces and Virgo. But earth and water. So this is about not feeling stable, but staying connected and mature emotionally. There's two men here. Could be women as well, but we got kings. So yeah, there could definitely be something here about, you know, I keep getting some kind of a message where in one area of our life we're not stable. That's the reality. This is the tangible realm, money and feeling grounded. We got some work to do there, Pisces. But emotionally, we're the King of Cups. This could easily be us. You see that fish necklace. So wearing your emotions on your sleeve during this time, allowing Gemini energy to incorporate fact and truth and clarity when it comes to your emotions that you're surrounded by, okay? Because, you know, all us water signs could really benefit from a clear mind. That's why air signs and water signs are kind of compatible in that way, even though they're opposite elements. So yeah, you know, stable. Definitely could be dealing with a Scorpio, Taurus. Competition here. All right, outside influence, a little conflict, especially when it comes to heartbreak. So we got some secrets here, secret third parties and competition that may be important, especially texting. Okay, Gemini rules texting, emails, communication. This is travel as well. There could be travel here to see or reconcile with a soulmate, because I see a relationship here, especially with a Leo, Aries, or Sag. And here's that Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So yeah, there may definitely be some arguments. But this is Gemini to me, and the need to really act and think quickly, especially when it comes to the truth that may emotionally conflict you, Pisces, from the past. There may be some individuals, or you yourself may have some things to clear up when it comes to, you know, the truth can be depressing, but you're getting very clear about what's depressing you, Pisces, and it might have to do with home or family, detached individuals. You're getting very clear, okay, this is you or an individual in your life. I see two people communicating, and there's a person in the middle who's kind of, you know, sad and depressed. So we got the past here. There's someone from the past that you haven't spoke to in a while, in a very long time. You're needing to change your perspective about this, Pisces, and you're healing. All right, but you're getting very clear. Someone from the past is coming back to communicate between now and December, and this may happen quite fast, okay? This is in regards to the things that still keep you looking in the past, that pessimistic energy, but communicating differently. You know, the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Just kind of be mature about it, okay? Got the Queen of Wands here, so it's very, very much important that you're confident. But I don't like the Seven of Swords, because there's going to be some truth in arguing when it comes to someone who's sneaking around. There might be an outside attractive woman that's important, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or just an attractive woman. But yeah, we got some secret heartbreak here, breakups or heartbreak and conflict that is happening because of illusion or secrets or fears. All right, someone here is quite sad because of conflict happening in a relationship. But I do see some movement forward with a specific connection that you have emotionally with someone in spite of, you know, any conflict that might be happening. So what is this? Okay, lots of kings coming out for you, Pisces. Lots of strong masculine. We got a Leo really coming strongly. So we had the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and you've seen that King of Cups, right? Page of Wands now. A lot of Leo energy. Leo season's coming up. We got an Aries here, or a man of the house, divine masculine, very strong and mature man here. Could be a younger Aries, an Aries child that is important. Sag, Leo. Someone's father here may be important, or authority, but emotional fulfillment, Queen of Pentacles upright. Okay, so by December, you're going to have, oh, look at this happy home. Look at this abundance. Look at how stable and secure. Like, I see a family here. Yeah, this is what you feel called to, Pisces. Emotional fulfillment, security, stability. All right, yeah, you guys are going to gain authority. There's going to be some positive news in regards to your home, emotional foundation, and truth. But you need confidence. I think you're going to really start tackling this when it comes to Leo energy. Let's see if there's anything else, Pisces. The Five of Wands coming out. So there is some conflict. I told you this Gemini new moon it squares you. So there's going to be some conflict, little tug of war, heartbreak. Okay, I think the High Priestess is probably, yeah, secrets, Pisces, that break your heart. Be intuitive. Okay, trust your intuition about heartbreak. Trust your intuition. And be careful if you're the one keeping secrets, Pisces, and that causing conflict. So give me a little bit more for Pisces. We have the Hierophant. So yeah, this is about your beliefs, commitments, Taurus energy coming out here. All right, so someone here may be in a commitment already, live with someone already. But yeah, I love this, Pisces. I'm just going to leave it here because this is what you're going to be experiencing, living with. This is your foundation come December, many of you. Emotional fulfillment. Some of you have family or children. But look, yeah, this is definitely your fourth house, your foundation, and you're going to be much more secure. I know the King of Pentacles is in reverse, so this might have to do with an unstable male, specifically in your life. Okay, it's very important that you're dealing with confident, emotionally, and financially stable men and commitments. Okay, you may need advice, but you are showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, many of you. Okay, there's an earth sign here that's just lingering, but thank you so much, Pisces. Definitely Taurus, Leo here, but conflict, a little bit of a compromise happening in your home. So yeah, new beginnings happening between now and December in your home and family. There may be new energy happening with home. So new people you live with by December, people that you don't live with. We have the Star card coming out. So there's some kind of wish here, Pisces. Jupiter is in your sign. You need to just wait for Jupiter. Look at that, Jupiter and Pisces. You need to just wait. Take a step back and let destiny do its thing. Jupiter retrograde, but there's a wish here for you as far as somewhere you've always wanted to live, as far as your home. And that's what it's like to have a Gemini fourth house, because you've got to build things on the truth first, okay? So to wrap this video up, I would like to just tap into the collective, just in case those messages didn't resonate with you guys. So let's just get a message for all of us, something that'll resonate and help all of us for this Gemini new moon solar eclipse on June 10th. So interesting. I just think astrology and tarot is so funny. So the Hanged Man just fell out. This is Neptune retrograde energy, which is squaring this new moon. And we have the fucking Ace of Swords at the bottom. So if this is not like literally the message here. So yeah, there's sacrifices here, guys. But look at this Gemini new moon and the new perspective we're going to have on truth. This Gemini new moon is a new beginning of truth, clarity. And because of that, by December, and really just immediately, there's new communication, truth, and clarity coming in, and it's going to enlighten us. It's going to change our perspective. There's nothing we need to do, you guys. Just let the truth come in. This is going to happen naturally with the North Node. So literally the truth changing our perspective. Some of us feel a little uncomfortable. This is about the truth being, well, actually, this is quite comfortable. The Hanged Man is comfortable hanging there. So allow a pause if necessary for the truth to come in, for clarity to come in. And we have the moon. Yeah, this is literally, so we got heavy Pisces energy. Secretly, we feel kind of neglected and left out in the cold emotionally, and we're kind of trying to detach from that. But it is all a part of this new perspective of the truth. The truth does change your perspective immediately. So I love this. I love that this message is coming out. Don't surrender your truth. Allow it to change your perspective. Even if you're afraid, and this is about truths coming out that have been hidden, okay? And that very much changing our perspective and enlightening us. We got the Justice card too, so it's going to balance some things out. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate you for tuning into my messages. So yeah, guys, happy fucking Gemini new moon solar eclipse. I know it's been wild for me, but I definitely like Gemini energy, and I like the truth as well. So I will see you guys in my future videos, maybe talking about astrology, but if not, I'm definitely going to have a full moon in Capricorn video at the end of June. That's a very important one. So I will catch you guys there. Happy moon, happy new moon. And yeah, it's yeah, bye.